Shalom. Kahala Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, to the Akim doing the work in truth and sincerity, as well as a few Akwat that listen to learn. This is Brother Shawar with a quick lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai. And this is something that was on my spirit. I was watching the brothers in Chicago, with their camp sit down, and they were bringing out some videos of, these heathen nations, which they're not heathens, they're actually Israelites, but Israelites that look like the heathen nations, doing things that Jake do, playing certain instruments, dancing, with the flavor that an Israelite would have. Because, what people don't understand about the scriptures is that, there's very clear signs, that the Lord would basically put on us to show who the Israelites are. And one of those signs is our flavor. The curses, is a big sign as well. But that flavor, man, shows that, we are the salt of the earth, as the scriptures say. So our spirit can't hide. You can't fake Jake. You can't fake it. There's Israelites amongst all nations of the planet Earth, man. That's how you get, Israelites, or that's how you get other nations doing these things, like singing, rapping at a high level like Jake does, but they look like, a Moabite or whatever the case may be, whatever nation, a so-called white person. Because we've been scattered, which we're going to get, shortly. But, and also I wanted to bring out that the reason the Lord did this was for our punishment. But it was also, to basically keep our enemies from being able to destroy all of us. Because now we're scattered amongst all nations of the planet Earth. So there's no way Esau can exterminate Jake, even if he wanted to. The scriptures also say we are like the sand of the sea, meaning we have the biggest nation on the planet Earth. So-called Negros, Latinos, and Native Americans, we are the Israelites, and that's the bulk of our nation. And those are the typical, features and the typical, those are the typical features and people that we are today. If you want to keep it perfect, like a perfect lineage. But the Israelites are scattered everywhere, man. So our nation is huge. So let me jump in to the scriptures. Don't want to make this too long. This is Matthew 5:13. It reads, "Ye are the salt of the earth, and the salt gives things flavor." So Jake has this certain flavor about them, this certain swagger that these other nations just can't copy. You can't copy the swagger Jake. The way we talk, the way we dance, the way we, do everything, the way we dress, the way we move, Jake just, and, it varies throughout, our people. We have different ways of expressing the salt, but nonetheless, like I said, you can't fake Jake, and it's just, like I said, another indicator on who the Israelites are, man, because everybody knows in the planet Earth who has the most talent in everything. And the other nations that are on a high level, and whether it be athletics, musically, whatever the case may be, they're Jakes too, through the spirit. It's just that people of the world don't understand this. Because when Jake is locked into anything, we are the children of the Most High, man. We have talent, God-given talent above all people. And it's natural. And even though even at our lowest state that we're in now, we are still the most elite people naturally on the planet Earth. Right? Those gutter rats in our homeland, imposters, don't have no type of salt. They don't have no salt, man. You know, and even our women as well, man. Our whole nation is, matter of fact, let me, I think it's in Exodus, when they were comparing the Egyptian woman to the women of the Israelites, and they were saying that the Israelite women are more lively. They had a much different spirit, a lively spirit on them that the Egyptian woman didn't have, because that's that salt. So let me see if I can get it real quick. So this is Exodus 1st chapter, 19. It reads, "And the midwives said unto Pharaoh, because the Hebrew women are not as the Egyptian women, for they are lively, and are delivered ere the midwives come in unto them." So, the point of that was the fact that there was a glaring difference between the spirit of the Hebrew Israelite woman, to the Egyptian woman. They use the word lively, man. That energy, that swag, that, aura that Jake has is more lively than all these nations. Jake has the ability to walk in a room if they want to and really light it up. Jake had the funniest comedians, the best actors, the best musicians, the best athletes. The best dancers, even the best inventors, which Esau doesn't give Jake credit for, but Jake invented most of these modern day conventions that people use to this day. They invented them through slavery because, they needed to invent it. Scriptures also say Jacob is the former of all things. So, man, it's just evident, it's just pure evidence. Once you look, you look with a spiritual eye, you can clearly see we are the Israelites, man. And a lot of these other nations are starting to see it too, but it's still a spiritual thing that the Lord has to reveal unto you, honestly, to see. So this is matter of fact, let me no, we could leave. That's the point I wanted out that Matthew. So let's go to Deuteronomy 7:6. It reads, "For thou art an holy people." Matter of fact, Salakia, let's finish this Matthew. I want to finish that Matthew, actually. So this Matthew 5:13. "Ye are the salt of the earth, but if the salt have lost its savor, wherewith shall it be salted? It is thenceforth good for nothing, but to be cast out and to be trodden under foot of men." So, right, our salt means nothing. Our flavor means nothing, if we're not right as a nation. If we're lost as a nation and, living in perpetual wickedness like our people are now, it means nothing. Because we're disconnected from our power, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. So we can't even flourish in this world without our power. So, that flavor, yet although we have it, it means nothing. It's not gonna, it will help Jake get by in certain things, but at the end of the day, it really comes to naught. So that's why we need salvation, and we need Yahushua to come and deliver us, the hopeful elect, out of this captivity, so that we can thrive as a nation again, so that we can start over and replenish the nation of Israel, replenish the earth. And then, we'll be operating like that, a beautiful, well-oiled machine that Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, created us to be from the get-go. Because right now, we're all messed up, man. Our nation is all messed up. So let's go back to that Deuteronomy 7:6. It reads, "For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth." So the Lord has chosen us, the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the 12 tribes of Israel, to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth. So above meaning better than. This is why we have natural ability better than these other nations, and it's undeniable. And these other nations, it's really Esau. He puts out the spirit of equality on the people. He puts that spirit of we're all equal. Nobody's better than the next man. And he knows himself that's a damn lie. Esau, You know, these elites don't live like, you know, your everyday Edomite. They live above, you know, all the people on the earth. Because they're in rulership, man. Equality has never existed. You know, they know that's a lie, man. That's a lie, you know, so they can keep people in a docile state of mind and control narratives. They know that we're better than them, man. You know, and the people can see it, you know. People can see it, man. But like I said, that's that Esau put that spirit on people, you know, basically to just to keep us further, you know, basically to keep us, like I said, at a docile state of mind, you know, just, you know, keep us at a low self-esteem, you know, not confident in ourselves and our ability, not understanding who we really are. That's what it comes down to. Because if we, you know, and Jake uses their ability, you know, but Jake is really modest about it, which isn't a bad thing necessarily. But that understanding of, yo, the reason we are like this is because we are the Israelites, we are the chosen people of the Lord, is not there, you know. And that's what Esau doesn't want. That's why he pushes those things. But that's what it is, man. It's the Lord, man. The Lord blesses people to be better than everybody. And, you know, he's brought us low because of our disobedience now. But you can see we're still, you know, still more elite than these other nations. So how much more in the kingdom when he gives us, you know, that eternal glory, man. And he said he's going to make us like gods. You know, it's not even going to be close, man. It's going to be literally superheroes. Right? But like I said, man, you know, earlier in the video, we've been scattered amongst all nations. So not only is, you know, Israel amongst these other nations, but the elect is going to come out the other nations as well. So let's go to the book of Tobit and 13. And we'll start at the top. So Tobit 13:1. It reads, Then Tobit wrote a prayer of rejoicing and said, Blessed be the Most High that liveth forever, and blessed be his kingdom. For he doth scourge and hath mercy. He leadeth down to hell and bringeth up again. Neither is there any that can avoid his hand. Confess him before the Gentiles. Meaning Israelites scattered amongst other nations that didn't, you know, that were in a Gentile state of mind. That's what is, you know, the Gentiles is talking about. Confess him before the Gentiles, ye children of Israel, for he hath scattered us among them. So we've been scattered, man. We have been scattered. So there are Israelites in the other nations. This is something a lot of Jake, you know, coming into the truth, trying to learn this thing. They can't understand this. They can't wrap their head around it because, you know, they're not spiritual at the end of the day. You know, because they can't handle seeing an Israelite looking like another nation, you know, and accepting him as an Israelite, even though that man, you know, maybe on the highways and byways preaching the word, man, calling on the name Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and they'll still deny that he's an Israelite just because of the way he looks. It's not a look thing, man. It's a spirit thing. You know, we know that Numbers 1:18 that tells us that your lineage is determined by your father. So that seed line, you know, could end up changing, you know, characteristics down the line based on, you know, whatever woman that seed line is carried forth or continued with. You know, so for example, you know, if I go to Vietnam, you know, and the Vietnam War, for example, when there's Jake over there, and you know they were there for a while, you know, so naturally, you know, they put seed in the Vietnam women and ended up having to leave. You know, but down the line, those Vietnam women, you know, are gonna, you know, or down the line, those Vietnam children or Vietnamese children are gonna, you know, continue having babies with Vietnamese women because that's what they are. So those Vietnamese children are gonna look like Vietnamese, but their lineage goes back to that of an Israelite. That's how it works. So verse 4, Tobit 13:4. there declare his greatness and extol him before all the living. For he is our Lord, and he is the God of our Father forever. And he will scourge us for our iniquities, and we will have and we'll have mercy again, and will gather us out of all nations, among who he hath scattered us. So the elect is gonna come out of all nations, man. You know, and then it's evident today, man. Going back to that salt, you know, and then what's a huge, the biggest salt you could have, you know, to show that you're an Israelite, is this truth. Is, you know, calling on the name Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, teaching the sound doctrine, you know, going on the highways and byways, you know. That's the biggest salt, or the strongest salt, I should say, you know. So you gotta understand, man, that this is a spiritual thing, and this is a part of the story, you know. But the Israelites that can't understand this, man, they're not spiritual, man, and ultimately they're not of the elect, because the elect is gonna understand this. The elect is going to accept this. The elect is going to accept that other members of the hopeful elect will look like other nations, because that's what's written, as we just read it, right? So let's get one more scripture and I'll close it out. This is Romans 8:16. It reads, the Spirit itself bear witness with our spirit that we are the children of the Most High. I'm gonna read that one more time. Romans 8:16. The Spirit itself beareth witness with our spirit that we are the children of the Most High. So it's a spiritual thing, man. Jake has a certain spirit about them that, you know, is an Israelite spirit. You know, whether it be, you know, just a regular Jake in the world, or a Jake that's, you know, coming into the faith, you know, coming into the understanding that they're an Israelite, learning the names of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, you know. They were just in the Philippines, posted a video not too long ago. You know, they were calling upon the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Yahweh Ba Yahushai. You know, I actually forgot about that. Now that I'm thinking, it just came to me. So, you know, the truth is everywhere, because the elect is everywhere. And the Lord is rising up the elect, the house of David, that remnant, to start over the nation of Israel, man, under a righteous rulership, you know, in the world, because he's coming to destroy this place, as we know. But yeah, man, we are the salt of the earth. You know, we are the salt of the earth. We are a special people unto the Lord. But basically, man, the point of this video was to, you know, talk about a few points, but we are the salt of the earth. You know, we're the special people of the Lord, the chosen people, but we need to act like it. That's what this thing is about, coming back into who we are at the end of the day. You know, and preparing ourselves for the times to come. You know, we're trying to receive salvation, man, from the days of evil. And the only way to do that is continuing to follow, you know, what Yahweh Bashim Yahushai instructed us to do. And to have faith in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. You know, so stay watchful, stay vigilant. You know, stay prayed up. You know, continue to, you know, go as hard as you can in this truth, man. Because the time is nigh where, you know, destruction is going to hit this place. You know, and then that means our salvation. You know, Lord's will be a part of the hopeful elect. You know, the ones of us that are sincere in this thing, men and women. So I'm closing. I'll give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai Bashim Kakodash. Shalom, Kwam Yasharala, and a Bible Ball.